is setting up his deer stand back here. I'm just checking out the scrapes right here under the tree. Last time we were here, we had them out there. And so now we've got this one right here. But he's setting up because camera guy needs a chair too. So last time he was set up on the tree right here. This time he's just moving up above me. We thought that we were gonna have some colder weather today, but it's actually been in the upper 70s. Kind of hot today, almost 80. So that was disappointing, but we know that the big buck has been in here for the past couple of days, so we'll see.
It's always so hard to predict how your seasons are going to go, and every deer season that I've had, at least for the past 3 years, has been completely different. And the only reason that I realize that is because I watch my videos from 2023 to 2024 and then to now, and you can see just the major differences. And you know, some seasons are good, some seasons are bad, some seasons are slow, and some are quick. So it's just the way it goes. But this season has been a little different because I've had to move locations, and so I've been hunting a lot with Brandon over here. I did meet Brandon last year during deer season. He was picking up some deer corn and we got to talking. He has a ton of places over here on his property to hunt, which has been awesome because I've had several different views so far, and it's just been pretty cool to sit out there and, you know, just to do something new. So I've just had to learn the hard way this year that once a door closes, there's always going to be other doors that open, but you just got to be patient for those doors to eventually open for you. And so I'm thankful that Brandon has allowed me to come on his property and do all this.
Round 3, we loaded up.
Headed out.
All right, so we got this massive food plot out here. This side is the Foggy Buck mix that I showed you guys earlier in the season. This side is the side that Brandon had planted with his stuff. But we've got a couple of rings right here just to show. You can see how much the deer have been eating in the food plot so far. We're doing some ground blind hunting today, so free camouflage. So we got corn piles over here from where the farmers have been coming in and out. Truck beds tipping over, pouring some corn out, so we hadn't even had to feed over here. And then I just put some more buck attractant out here on the other side. We got the setup here, got the ghost blind, and then we've got Brandon's blind behind the ghost blind. We set up some branches here. So wish us luck.
If we pull this off, we've done something.
Hey, Dum Dum. Dum Dum. Hey, you've seen that one too, ain't you?
I've seen all the movies. I'm a movie buff.
Night Museum, man. Tom Hanks, I think. No.
Robin Williams.
There you go, Robin Williams.
Yep. No, I'm good.
I feel like we are maybe at about the time something should happen. Because the other side of that field I've hunted it, there's a bunch of virgin oaks almost across the field from it. And I'm guessing I ain't been in there this year, but I bet they're loaded because everything else is loaded. So they're probably coming out crossing the cornfield and going into them oaks, be my guess. If they was, but I just opted for this side. Like I said, what really sold me was just that free bait pile right there. How can you not hunt a free bait pile?
I know. Makes sense.
I thought I seen a set lower than that set.
Where's his buddy?
Is what caught my attention. That's
I
what they
see
used to
ya. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
See his little face.
Right, I'm gonna light a candle for this pretty short story. It's all the way down to the bottom. Here we go. Now I'm ready to tell a story. Are you gonna join me?
I'm gonna take pictures with you.
You're gonna take pictures with me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not taking any pictures, I'm just telling a story. This might be another reason as to why I've not been on YouTube in over a month.
I said no. I said no.
Daddy said no. Hey, he's not here. We can do what we want. Here is what has been happening over the course of the past couple of months. I've not been here on YouTube in over a month, and that was totally unintentional, but it happened that way, and I just rolled with it, honestly. I pressured myself a few times to put something out, but then at the same time, I was like, you know, what's the point? Why am I rushing things? Why am I rushing the situation when I just want to let things play out the way they are and be candid about my season and how things have been? So since you guys saw my last hunting video, if you did watch my last hunting video, and if you didn't and you're new here to the channel, I'm glad you're here, and make sure you comment, let me know if you're new here. And I'm telling a story basically about how the deer season has gone down so far and how I hope for it to go for the rest of the season. But this is what has happened. So the last video that I put out, you guys saw me hunting with Brandon, and after that I don't think I went back hunting with him. I think that the time that we were in the ghost blind was the last time that I hunted with him. And so that was a fun setup. It was really cool. When we left out of that hunt, we had a ton of eyeballs all around us. And really, we did see some deer coming out as it was starting to get a little dark and we were losing some shooting light. There was a ton of deer coming out and they were all around us. But like I said, I had my bow and that was all I had, and it was still bow season, so it was nothing. If you didn't have the shooting light, then it was over. So on our way out of the woods, we were riding through and we were just popping in the field, and there were deer everywhere and some great bucks. He has a ton of bucks over there. And so in the time that, I will say also, in the time that I've not been hunting with him, he did get the big buck that he was after. And so proud of Brandon for that. It was a great buck. And so since then I've not been up there, and I've just been not hunting, not gonna lie. I say I've been distracted. I have been a lot of things. I've obviously been sick this past week. You can hear it in my voice. Like, a lot of things have happened. My backyard buck that I was targeting this past year, Hunter took that buck just last week, the day after Thanksgiving. Mug done shot my buck. Are you joking? Are you joking right now? Oh, he's got a good body on him. I was at Hunter's grandmother's house and he's on the phone with me. He hangs up really fast because he said there's a buck coming up in the yard and he's gonna shoot it. So there we go. Nice 8. I can come in.
No, I was right behind Abby when she turned out that there was 2 cars coming.
Slow.
And they didn't put their flashing on until right before they
I hear you. Holy cow. That is bright.
Dude, get over it. Did you measure him?
No.
I have a measuring tape in there.
No, I haven't yet.
You have to mount that one on the wall.
I might have to.
He's got
Now in the front of the truck.
Yeah.
Did you put that deer out on Abby's caution?
I done it like this a minute ago. I have a back limb tomorrow.
Your phone's about it. Hunter got that buck last week when I was not here. I was actually at his grandma's house and I was helping put up her Christmas tree because for the past couple of years I put up a Christmas tree for her just because everybody needs a Christmas tree in their living room and she has not done it in many years, so I thought I would help her, blah blah blah. Anyway, so I was over at Hunter's grandmother's. I was helping put the tree up. I was doing all the things. I was actually about to leave because it was supper time. It was still daylight, but it was getting dark fast. And so Hunter calls me and tells me that he's just riding around town, whatever. He was waiting on me to get done, wanted to go eat, so he had planned to go out to eat at one of our favorite Japanese restaurants. And so I was like, okay. All of a sudden, he's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get the gun. I gotta go. The huge buck is in the backyard, so hold on a second. So he hangs up on me, and I don't even know how many seconds. It couldn't have even been 2 minutes. I highly doubt it was even 2 minutes. He FaceTimes me, and as soon as I see him FaceTiming me, I'm like, oh my gosh. I know he got the buck. And I knew exactly which buck it was because he has been the eye candy of the season around the house here between us and the neighbor. Everybody's been watching him, even the other neighbor. I've got 2 neighbors that were watching him. We were watching him, and so it was like it was a gamble as to who was gonna get this buck first. And of course, the person that is rarely home, doesn't really hunt at all anymore, is the one that got him. So I guess he was sitting in his truck or he was in the kitchen window. I'm not really sure. I haven't got the full story, but I guess he was sitting in his truck and he was about to leave and he sees this buck at the tree line back in the backyard. So he gets his gun, goes outside, 30 yards I think he said it was 30 yards from the back of the house to behind the barn. He just, boom, annihilates this buck. And so, oddly enough, this buck was headed from our bait pile down to the neighbor's bait pile. And so he was on the way to the neighbor's bait pile. And from what I gather, our neighbor had been on the back porch 20 minutes prior to this. So Hunter was, I think now is the time. I've got to do this now, because if not, I may miss the chance. Abby's gonna miss the chance. Of course I wasn't there, but he knew that if I didn't get this buck, that my neighbor might get this buck. So he was like, I gotta take the shot, you know what I'm saying? So he took the shot and he got him, and I don't know, I was bummed, but I was equally happy for him at the same time. Normally, if it wasn't Hunter, I would have really been bummed, but the fact that it was my husband, I was like, this is acceptable. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that we got this buck. We've been watching him for the past couple of years. We've been watching him grow. And honestly, I'll tell you guys that I probably would have loved to have had this buck grow for the next couple years or better. I would have loved to have let this buck walk. And I think Hunter felt the same way. But we just know that with all the people that hunt around us, that was not going to happen. And so he decided that he was going to take this buck, and he did. And so he ended up being a pretty good 8-pointer. And like I said, he was the biggest. He had a really good body on him. And so we took him the next day to the processor. Actually, that night, Hunter took him off to get him processed, because usually we process our own, but we had already planned to go out to eat with some friends. And so we were, well, why don't we just go take it to somebody that can process it? We'll deal with it later. So that's kind of what we did. And so we're waiting to get all of that meat back from the guy. And so we decided that we want to mount this buck because it's our backyard buck that we've been following for a couple years now. And so I thought it's only appropriate that we get this guy properly mounted and hung in our home or in our next home and say, hey, this was our backyard buck from our first home together, and da-da-da. So right now we're deciding on what kind of mounts to do. And speaking of mounts, let me redirect. So I got my mount back from my brother-in-law, who is big into hunting as well, and he does a lot of mounts for people. And so he did mine because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And so I finally was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do a Euro mount, be done with it, because I don't know what else to do. And I'm not finished with it yet. I do want to put it on a plaque of some sort, do something to it, but I did get it back. So this was my 10, oh, what was that? It was a stink bug. Dude, you can't stay here. Hold on. I gotta get that. Anyways, so this is my 10-pointer from last season that you guys maybe watched it here on YouTube. I don't know if you did or not, but if you haven't, check that video out. But I got this one over at another farm, and so I finally got him back. It was mainly my fault that he was stuck in my freezer for a year because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do with him. But I was like, you know what, let's just make it simple. And then because Hunter's buck, I think, is so much more worth it, we can definitely mount that one differently and a lot better. And so this is my guy from last year. And if you guys have any cool mount ideas, let me know. I've been Pinteresting and looking up stuff, and I just really can't decide what I want to do. We don't have too much space here at this house, but I don't know. But anyways, so that was fun and interesting. And like I said, I've not been hunting but maybe 4 times this entire season, which is crazy to think. But at the same time, I just get so distracted this time of year. Being a stay-at-home mom, being a mom to 2 toddlers, my priorities kind of shift around November, December, which is, I know, prime time for deer hunting. The rut came in pretty heavy this year, and so I'm just seeing bucks left and right, and I've just not made the time. But we still got till the end of December. We still have till January 1st, so I really want to make an effort and see if I can get out and see something else. We did have a new buck come up on camera 2 days ago, and I think now that the bigger buck is gone, we're gonna start seeing some more bucks bucks come back in, and now that it's actually getting colder again, we're gonna see some more deer. So I have had some more deer on camera in the past couple of weeks, which is good. And honestly, at this point, I'm even willing to take a doe because I just want the meat, to be honest. And so that might be a goal of mine for the end of this year, is to at least get that if possible. First hunt that I went out, I had a doe in front of me at least 10 yards and I could have smacked her so easily, but I chose not to because I had my eyes on the dang buck like usual. And so that would have been good for me, but like I said, if I have another chance to do that, then I'm probably gonna do that. Yeah, other than that, things have just been kind of crazy, and holidays have set in. You do so many other things. Hunter and I have had a lot going on, and I want to share some of that stuff, but I don't know. It's honestly, I'm just gonna ask you for your prayers because we have some things that we want to do, and we have one thing at our fingertips right now, and so we're kind of that it works out. And so just pray with us that we'll be able to have patience and understanding, and you just roll with it. This year has been very tough. It's been an awful year, actually, but you know, okay. We're alive at the end of the day, and we're very blessed. We have so much, and I'm so thankful. And I'm really thankful that Hunter got this buck this year, since he's had a stressful year. You guys saw in the past couple of years, he was working on the farm and all that stuff, and since his job change, it's been a little stressful, and he's kind of the corporate world right now. So it's just been a little difficult, but he's navigated it, and I'm very proud of him. And so I'm very happy that he got this buck because I think it kind of on a high, and he needed that. So I'm not sure I have anything else to tell, honestly. And I want to say that I'll be back on YouTube next week, but I think we all know that that may not happen with times given. It is what it is. But I'm so sorry that I'm terrible at storytelling and that my throat hurts and I can barely talk. I hope that I will see you guys in the next video, and make sure you stay tuned because I'll always keep you in tune. Like I said, just keep praying for us. Start praying for us if you don't already. We need it. So if I don't see y'all for the next month, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I love y'all. I appreciate you sticking around, and make sure that you check out my Facebook, my Instagram, my Linktree, TikTok, all the things. Keep up with me there because you'll probably see me more often on those apps than here, and that is my fault. I would love to change that, and I need to change that, but eventually I'll get there. Just bear with me. I love y'all. Bye.